Hear me in the chat. Oh, I need to put I'm going to put the pinned comments now. I'm doing this on two different places. It's so good to see everybody. Let's see if I can make this happen. Okay. Might have to pick this up. Okay, I'm going to do the pinned comment, which is the where you can go to become a an angel investor in my new water brand. You can hear me. Great. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so this should be where you can see that, and then I'll pin it. I didn't know how to pin these before, but I do now. Oh, come back. Okay, we're gonna pin the comment. We're gonna put this back on Instagram. I'm gonna pin the comment now on YouTube. Okay, so I'm putting the comment on YouTube. Is this working? Okay, great. So how are you doing, y'all? How's everybody doing? I did this morning. Who was here this morning? Was anybody here this morning? I'd love to know about the algorithm and how it's treating everything. So we had such a good time in our morning session. I'm in Los Angeles, so the morning session was so amazing from like 9 to 11 or something in LA. And you all showed out. You all invested. You all became angel investors in my brand. It's so cool. So I have the pinned here on both. I'm talking to you on YouTube. I'm talking to you on Instagram. This is so cool. And I'm here to answer any questions that you have about my water brand. I'm here to answer any questions you have about angel investing or your company or anything else you've seen me do. You got a push notification. That's great. Thank you. That helps me know how people are seeing what I'm doing. So you can ask questions in either the chat for Instagram or for YouTube. If anybody on either is in Arlan's All Access, please leave a message in the community. Only one person, because if you see someone else do it, we don't want to flood the community with it. But I would love to let everybody know I didn't have a chance to send a message out. But I did send an email out. I'm very proud of myself. I sent an email out this time. Okay, do we have any questions? Let's get started. So go to that link. You can become an investor in my water brand for as little as $100. You get quarterly investor calls with me, the same investor calls I have with any investor size that I have, which is really cool. You get to help decide things like flavors and locations and commercials. You also get a t-shirt that only people who have invested at least $100 get. And then you get the potential for a return on your investment in the future. And we can talk about what that means if you'd like. Do I have anybody in the chat on YouTube? I see Instagram is hopping over here, but YouTube is it's like only a few people. Okay, I got to figure out what's going on. Hey, what's up, Tiffany? How are you? It's so good to see you. How is everything going at your company? I know that you have a mailbox company in this in I want to say DeSoto in Dallas. How are things going? How's your new sign? I know you had two new signs you put up. It's getting better. That's good. That's good. That's awesome. Okay. If anybody has any questions, if you're just joining, what we're doing is you can become an angel investor in my water brand. And you can ask me any question you want before you join, before you become an investor. If you want to become an investor for $100 or more, the range is anywhere between $100 and $10,000. That's what I've seen people do. We have more than 500 investors. This morning we did this double chat where I talked on YouTube and I talked on Instagram, and we had so many people sign up in that time too. So people are joining left and right, and I'll give you a shout out if you join while we're on the call. So definitely let us know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Okay, so Tiff said, January this year, we doubled our January of last year. You had a 200%. That's incredible. That's so cool. 2x year over year. Tiffany at Legacy Mailboxes. That's awesome. Hi, Be Empowered. Oh, how Minister Yvonne, how are you doing? It's still water and it's sparkling. Someone asked if it's still water. It's sparkling first and it's still water as well. So sparkling was really important for me to do because sparkling water helped me um, get away from diet sodas, which was not making me feel great. And then also, I'm sober for almost 8 years. I'll be sober 8 years July in June of this year, very early July of this year. And so this has helped me so much. I'm not saying that water stops you from drinking alcohol, but I like to have something that I can just go to anytime I eat something or just when I'm hanging around. And I did diet sodas before, and it didn't really, it was great, but it made me feel bad. So these sparkling water is just great. It's just a great alternative. Okay, I'm going to come back to your question. When does production start? And what are your target market areas? So production, well, we already had a production start and we had to scrap that production. So we're restarting. It's almost starting from scratch, but on the production side, we have already done all of the design, all of the formulation, all of the inner workings of that. We are going to soft launch in the summer. So that means that we are going to go into production on our can printing at the beginning of April. We'll also go into production on our boxes because our boxes are they're specialized, and they have like this foil on them, really beautiful. We'll also do the co-packing of that about a month later because that's how long it takes to print the cans. And our goal is to be out um, in at least a soft launch at the beginning in June, sometime in June. That's the big goal. What makes your water? Oh, what are your target market areas? The same person asked. So we have, what's really interesting is that we're changing our name from Yacht Water to something else in the US, and we will reveal that name very soon, and the investors will know it first. And then outside of the US, we have trademark pending in 30 countries. So we are deciding right now which of those countries we're going to launch first as our first outside of the US region. We have two really, really great countries in mind when it comes to water, what water means to it, sourcing the best water we can, and kind of knowing, having people on the ground. And so when it comes to the U.S., we're going to focus, like we're going to be in grocery stores. That's the whole plan. But we're really going to focus on direct to consumer from our website so that almost anybody around the country can have this. Now, of course, that adds shipping costs and all kinds of things to it. So it's not the best, but it's definitely something that we think we can dominate once we're there. What makes your water unique? Thank you. We had this question this morning, and I love talking about this. So as Liquid Death says, water is water, right? It really, I could tell you that we have all these crazy things about our water that makes it so crazy unique. But at the end of the day, we don't drink enough water. No human, unless you have these giant jugs of water, goes around drinking exactly the right amount of water every single day. And that to me is really where it comes from. So our water itself is going to be delicious. It's going to be really well sourced. The sparkling will have different variations of sparkling, and that's going to be fun. We'll have different flavors, and our investors will help us with those flavors. We have two flavors already, but as we expand, we'll go to our investors for those votes. But it's really in our aesthetic. If you think about the fact that we went to a designer who designs perfumes and lotion bottles rather than cans and food. That's where we're coming from with it. This elevated aesthetic, this beautiful, beautiful skinny can. It's not a tall boy. It's not a regular can. It is a skinny 12 ounce. It is in a can and not in a bottle. It is also, there's nothing like it on shelves, at least that I've seen. I've seen a lot of waters, and there's nothing like it quite, the aesthetic of it. Then on top of that, we have such tongue-in-cheek, humorous vibe to it. Much like Liquid Death has a humorous vibe, but a very different humor, right? It's a different type of humor with a different audience. So I think we have a lot going for us. We're also Black owned, obviously. Black owned, Black woman owned, LGBTQ plus owned. And you all make it stand apart because we have more than 500 retail investors who are ready. You all have been, if you've invested already, or if you're going to, you all have been, as soon as I put out a call, you all answer that call. You get on these investor calls with me. You help me make decisions. You help me answer questions. it's really, really exciting. And when you have that, when you have 500, let's say we have 1,000, when all is said and done, that's going to be very, very powerful in a few weeks when we set to launch. So thank you for asking that question. I am missing a lot on the YouTube, so I'm going to come back and find you here. Okay, YouTube. Mevish says, I've never invested before. Can you share more about my responsibilities if I invest? Oh, I love these questions. Thank you so much for these awesome, well thought out, intellectual questions. I love hearing these. Yes. So I have, if you're not familiar, I have invested in more than 200 companies. These companies have been led by underestimated founders, so women, people of color, LGBTQ plus, and we have a couple of white dudes in there in the mix. And so I've seen thousands of companies. So your responsibilities as a retail investor, meaning someone who is not a professional investor investing out of a fund or a family office, you're investing $100 to $10,000 on a WeFunder type site, which is what this is on. You can go to the pinned links in both of these descriptions on Instagram and YouTube. Your responsibilities are low. Your responsibilities are low, right? Your risk is low because you're going to only invest what you can afford to lose outright or have illiquid, meaning you can't touch it. It's not going to move for years. You're going to make the determination that I believe I'm going to back it. I want to see it happen, but it could go to zero. Or maybe you'll get a return on investment of multiples, which would be awesome. I'm going to do my best to make that happen. When you sign up on WeFunder, you have to sign a few signatures to be able to go and invest. And you can review all of those documents if you want to before you invest. But you're essentially signing up to say, yes, I'm going to give this amount of money. You will take this amount of money out of my account. And I will do my best to read the reports when they come out. And that's really it. You don't have a responsibility or an obligation beyond that. And you don't have to do K1s, if you ever heard of that. You never have to do that kind of thing on this type of investment. You just need to sign up for it, and it's at your leisure how you interact with me from that point on. Some people look at every single update, they read everything, they come to the quarterly calls, they ask questions, they participate. Some people don't. And it's up to you to do that. So hopefully that answered your question. Let me know if you need any more information, if that was not everything you wanted to know. One more question from YouTube before I go back to Instagram. Thank you. Thank you for congratulating me on my sobriety, Tania. I appreciate you. And a lot of congratulations. Thank you. Okay, so Be Empowered with Minister Yvonne says, I would love to invest. Is $100 a one-time payment? Yes. So you can invest as little as $100 or as much as you'd like. I think there's a cap of like 50,000, 50,000, but you can invest. People haven't today, this morning, someone invested 5,000. People have been investing 100, 150. The average is $418. Just by the way, if you want any kind of, barometer. You only invest once in this round. You will never have to get charged again for something. You say, I want to invest this one time, and you invest. There's a document that has been misleading people that says subscription agreement. It's not a subscription to a magazine or something. It's just the name of that document. Because you're subscribing one time to do this, but you only pay once. Hopefully that answered the question. Always let me know if there's any follow-up. Hey, Chrissy said, I already invested earlier. I'm so excited. I'm so excited too. Thank you for doing that. That's really, really amazing. Awesome. Let me know. Go to the link that's in the pinned comment here. Wow. Okay, cool. Go to the link that's in the pinned comment and let me know if you have any more questions. We're going to keep it going. I love the title. We love the title. Let me know what that means. There are government contracts for water. I make government contracting fun and easy. Procurement queen. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. A skinny can gives a nicer, higher end vibe, says Naomi. Yes, I agree. The skinny can is just, you sip it. Can you put your pinky out? You sip it. Thank you for congratulating me again on my sobriety. I appreciate that. It's changed my life. I can see the reason I'm not turning the can around is because we have a In the United States, we have a trademark issue with our name. And so we're renaming in the US. And I don't want to do anything that signals that I'm trying to go skirt that. In 30 other countries, let me say it like this, in 30 other countries, this is the name. So I can do that all day. 30 other countries, not the US. You cannot get this in the US, but you can get it in 30 other countries soon, soon, soon. We'll start with one country and we'll go from there. Thanks for asking. Hey, what's up, real life? What's up, Rook? It's my brothers here. I love that. Vin Reneseg, I don't know what I'm saying there, but says, are any of the Trump's policies affecting production or export? As of this moment, no. What we do for our US brand, we manufacture in the US. We do our design, our can printing, our formulation, our co-packing all in the US. We will obviously for these other countries deal with other countries, but for the most part they will be within those countries, so it should not be a big deal. I don't want to get into Trump stuff because I go so crazy with it, but yeah. Okay, so Samfi says, you keep saying we, who else is partnering with you? The reason I say we, I am the founder, I am the CEO. I say we because I have 500 plus investors like you, and we call it our brand. It's ours. So that's what I mean when I say we. I work with someone named Peter who was at why am I blanking on this name? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. It's a water hint. Hint water. So Hint water, is anybody familiar with Hint water? It is one of the largest water brands in the country, canned flavored still water. Peter was there since almost day one, for years, built that company from the ground up with the co-founders. And he is now working at this water brand. He is with us. I just talked to him today. He is amazing. But he he and other people who I work with, they like for me to be out in the front and talk about stuff. But that's what's happening behind the scenes. He is going into manufacturers, going into co-packers, designers, organizing everything. He's also going to be on the ground in all these countries that we're going into. So that's really exciting. We also have some great consultants, and we can talk about those soon. I just want to get their permission, but we have some wonderful consultants. Okay, and then yes, we'll be growing our team as we grow. What is the minimum amount of sales you need to break even? So it depends, right? It depends on how many cans we can print. Again, I love these questions. It depends on how many cans we can print. So if we were able to do a print run of 100,000 cans, we would be better than break even if we sold those, right? When we did our first run, we did 10,000 cans. Those cans, there's a whole bunch of information that investors get about what happened to those cans, but we did 10,000, and that seemed like a big deal at the time. But really, our break even is at 100,000 cans or more. And to give you some kind of context, millions and millions and millions of cans of these larger brands are sold each year. So we want to get there. We want to get to that point, and we can. If we can get to $50,000 on this, we already raised $230,000 last year. If we can get to $50,000 today on this round, on this raise, and I think, let me see where we are right now. If we can do that, we can go into production right away. So we're at 23,000. So all we need is 27,000. We just open this up. So that's where we can go. So if you want to join right now, this is the time to join, to become an investor, because we can make so much happen with that, with just that amount. So make sure you're clicking on that link and joining. These are great questions. Let's keep them coming. Okay. Let's see. It's very cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, yeah. Oh, Tiffany, you're in both. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Louise. You said you read my book. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, but you still don't know what you need to do to get rich. Like, how do I even start? Well, Make sure you read all three of my books. This new book came out. It's available for free. Just pay $5 shipping if you go to arlensrevenueplaybook.com. I have a couple other books, but go to my YouTube. I think my YouTube is where you learn that stuff because the books absolutely, I mean, they're there. I know people have come up to me and written to me and told me that I've helped them make a lot of money. But the YouTube is like instant, actionable right now. You can check it out. Go to itsaboutdamntime.com. Somebody put that in the chat. Itsaboutdamntime.com. Type that in the chat, both on YouTube and Instagram. That takes you to my YouTube channel. Thanks for asking. I love how you are so open and educational. Thank you. That's all I want to do is make sure everybody knows how to win. Everybody has access. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of questions here. Is the sparkling water flavored or is it more like a seltzer? The flavored, sweet, sparkling water I've drank helped me get off my Pepsi addiction, although I still drink it not as much, right? So, yeah, unflavored sparkling water with a lemon twist helped me get away from my Diet Coke addiction. The sparkling water, the first SKU that we're putting out is unflavored sparkling, where you can put a dash of lemon or some fruit in it, which is really, really refreshing. We will, and we do have another version of it that is a sparkling lemon flavor that is really delicious. And then we will have other fruit and mint flavors depending on which one comes out first. And as an investor, you get to help with those voting on the flavors. And then we're partnering with some people to have their own flavors. Thank you. Thank you, the Literati, for putting that link in the Instagram. Okay, Chrissy says, how will that work? The name in different countries and a different one here. It's really not going to be too complicated. We're just going to have one name that's in every other country. That's yacht water. And then in the United States, it will be called something else that is related, and we'll let you know what that is very soon when we are allowed to. And it'll be just two different names, but the same design and aesthetic in the same company. Yeah. Okay. Do I have any other questions? Let me know if you're going to invest. Let me know who's invested already, who invested today, who invested in the past, and then who is going to invest today. Let me know in the chat. Thank you so much. She captures me. Okay. No problem, Yvonne. I don't mind responding at all. Absolutely. Chrissy, I'm with you 100%. There's all kinds of information about what happened with that name for the investors. So you're an investor now, so you'll see that. I agree with you. I spent several months in mourning about it, and now we have found ways to make lemonade out of lemons. Hey, Vera Mosley, I remember you. How's your back doing, Vera? I remember your back was hurting when we met each other. How are you doing? That would have been, what, 12 years ago? Something like that? Yeah, let me know. Yeah, watch a little bit. Check it out. What we're doing on this live is I'm on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. We're talking about my water brand. You can become an angel investor in my water brand. I've personally invested in 200 companies personally and through my fund in 200 companies over the past 10 years. And I'm answering questions about joining my water brand as an investor and in general, just any kind of investment questions you have about startups or your company. That's what's going on. Yeah. Vera, how's your back? I hope you're okay. Okay. Back pain into fibromyalgia, trying to get back into life. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I remember you had like back surgery. I remember that. Yeah. I hope you feel better soon. I know that's like trite, but I'm really excited about this journey. Looking forward to the t-shirt. Hey, yes, yes. What legal structure is your fund? I want to do VC, but I'm unaccredited, not accredited. It's a venture fund. I don't think I'll get too far into the weeds there, but I do have a video on my YouTube channel about how do you get investment from a company. And then I'm wondering if people want me to make content about becoming an investor. I don't know if people are into that or not. But if you read my book, Your First Million, and my book, It's About Damn Time, I talk about my VC fund more. I also have, I have other education about that, but it depends on what you're looking for. Okay, the literati says, I almost invested in another product via WeFunder yesterday and something held me back. I'm so glad I waited and I'm investing in your water right now. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now, this is a great time for me to mention this. Thank you for saying that. You want to, in general, diversify your portfolio. What I mean by that is you don't want to put all of your discretionary capital, all of your extra money into one deal. So even though it would benefit me to have all of the money that you have for investment in my company, I would suggest you don't do that because every company has its own journey. Some companies are going to do well, some companies are going to die out. So if you invest, if you let's say you have $500 to invest, you might invest 100 here, 250 there, 150 here, and be in three companies rather than in one company. That way, if one of them, even the one that you put the most in, goes under, you still have these other two chances. So that's just a disclaimer I want to give everybody, just a little bit of an edge that you want to think about what your full budget is for a given time for investments, and then you want to join. Also, I want to say you don't have to wait to be rich to be an investor. That's the whole point of WeFunder. It's the whole point of all of these websites. You can be an investor today. Today, you're an angel investor. Don't wait to be rich, $100. But thank you so much, Literati. That is so, so cool. Okay, here's a big question. This one's going to upset some people. If you are in Canada, can you invest? So I did a raise years ago, and I raised $5 million, and Canadians were really mad because they were not able to invest. It is Canada's laws that say in most territories in Canada, you are not allowed to invest in U.S. investments. I would go to the website, go to the link that is pinned in Instagram or YouTube. I would go check it out and see if you're allowed to, if you're in a certain region in Canada. If you are not allowed to, it is not WeFunder's fault. It's certainly not mine. It is the Canadian laws, unfortunately. I know. Bianca says, I loved your book. It was so great to get to go to YouTube and watch you interviewing strangers. Great to see your journey on print to real life. Love it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, you want an investor video. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that. I have lots of that content already, and I can do more. I invested last year, and I got my shirt recently. Woo! Yes. Awesome. Don't wait to be rich. Yeah, don't wait to be rich to do anything, to live any part of your life. Off the beaten path learning quoted me, don't wait to be rich. Don't wait to be rich to do any of this. We don't, nothing is promised to us, right? Diversification. Yes, I'm interested in a few others as well. Perfect. Yes, go have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like invest in mine, invest in Spill, invest in Fanbase. And I'm not telling you what to invest in. I'm just saying these are examples of open deals right now that could be fun to take a look at. And I can tell you how to put together like maybe I'll do that. I'll make a video about putting together your investment thesis. Is anybody interested in that? I could do that for sure. Okay. All right. This is fun. Okay, going back here. If you're just joining, how are you doing? Let me know in the chat where you're calling from. Let me know if you are already an investor in my water brand, if you are thinking about investing today. Some people were on here at 9 in the morning and they invested. There's a bunch of y'all who did that. That was so fun. It was so crazy. Okay, anybody have any other questions? I love doing these. These are so, so exciting to me. I know I'm a big nerd, but I don't care. I met Melissa Etheridge on Sunday. Isn't that great and random? I met Melissa Etheridge and I met Leanne Morgan on Saturday, the comedian. If you don't know Leanne Morgan, the comedian, look her up on Instagram and YouTube immediately. and she will be your favorite new comedian. Favorite new comedian. She's so funny. So I got to meet her on Saturday, and then I met Melissa freaking Etheridge. Let me tell you what I said to her. I said, when I met her, I said, "You're Melissa effing," but I said the word Etheridge. And she said, "That's my name, yes." She answered to Melissa effing Etheridge because I just couldn't. It was just like crazy, It was just so awesome. Looking forward to your first million 2026. I am too. We were just at South by in Austin just last week, and that is where we will debut your first million live 2026. We're coming back, but we're partnering with South by, one of the largest festivals in the entire world, which is crazy. So that'll be really fun. We'll have this water there. It'll be a whole installation. We'll do all kinds of stuff there. And I will tell you so much more about that. Starting this summer, I'll tell you more about your first million 2026. Yeah. I'm the ice cream truck lady that got on stage. Hey, girl. Please tell me what's up. I remember that. Yes, I remember that. And I think I said to partner with an auto brand and see if you could get something custom made for your education and your ice cream. That's what I remember about that. That was really cool. New York, keeping up with your progress, reading the revenue playbook. Awesome. New book alert. Arlan's revenue playbook. Can you see it? You can see it on Instagram here, YouTube here. Listening has been useful too. Yeah, I have the audio version. If you go to arlansrevenueplaybook.com, you can pick up the ebook audio version. The print copies we sold out again, but we're getting them back in stock. But right now you can get instant access to that content. Right now you'll get the ebook and the audiobook. Not Melissa. She's so cool. I saw her show back in the day in Montreal, and as soon as she appeared on stage, I started to cry. Yep, I get it. I get it. Thank you, Allie, for ordering my book. I appreciate it. So Louise says, what's your recommendation for starting a business when you don't know what to do? Like if you don't know what to offer. Okay, this is great. So if you go to itsaboutdamntime.com, that's the website that will lead you to my YouTube channel. And then if you click on my name, actually you're already on there. So if you click on playlist, the word playlist with an S, I have a playlist that says how to figure out what to offer. That is what you can do. You can also look at for beginners, that playlist for beginners, or how to figure out what to offer. Those two. Then you have a playlist that's like how to do sales and conversion, how to make money on YouTube. There's all kinds of stuff, but that's where I would start. Andrea says, "Will inbox email and update you. Thank you." Yes, please do. Please do. I've been reaching out to companies for my B2B. Bianca says, "I've been reaching out to companies for my B2B service. Phone calls have been better than cold emails. Any advice? Thanks. We'll get your new book. Really enjoyed the first one." Bianca, go to my YouTube because I think that if you're already doing phone call sales, you're like a mile ahead of most people or miles ahead. And I think if you incorporated YouTube in that, they would come to you rather than you having to do cold outreach. And if you go to my YouTube channel, the most recent videos and then also the playlist will kind of teach you exactly what I'm talking about. And then I have my new book, Arlan's Revenue Playbook at arlansrevenueplaybook.com that will also teach you that. If you go to the pinned comments on YouTube or Instagram, you can be an angel investor in my new water brand. And we're going to close it very, very soon. Just a few days from now, we will close it. But join it now so that you can get in before we close and that you don't miss out on it. And it's fun. You get instant access to a few things, and it's really, really fun. Really exciting to be part of it. Okay. Thank you. Starting at 100, we can receive equity in the company. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm gonna answer this in a little roundabout way, but it's the truth. Okay. So for $100, what you are buying is you're paying onto what is called a note, a safe note in this case. What that means is, and this is just like every other type of investment that I do, is that you're not buying direct equity this moment. You are buying the ability to have equity in the company on a further round of investment or at a later time. But that's what all of these investments are. Any investment you've seen, like announcement you've seen on TechCrunch or Forbes or whatever, that's what they're doing too. So it's kind of like a mixed bag of an answer. But what it comes down to is you are investing in the company and you're becoming a co-owner of the company in almost every way that matters. And you get to have that small percentage of whatever amount you put in. Like, let's say you're going to put in $418 because that is the average. Take the number 418 or whatever number you're going to invest or have invested and divide it by $14,400,000. Divided by, somebody type that in the chat, $14,400,000, $400,000. Sorry, 14,400,000. So you take your smaller number divided by that bigger number, and that's what percentage of the company you would have future ownership of. So if you want 10% of the company, you're going to put in $1.4 million. and you're welcome to have that conversation with me. Yes, you're listening to my audiobook while you walk. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, 14,400,000. That is the current cap. And that, I can tell you what that means, but it's pretty, yeah. So there's not a full deck, but there is, Victor, thank you for asking, but there's a lot of information. If you go to wefunder.com/YW Global, which is pinned on both YouTube and Instagram. That is where we have the information. We have a video, we have a lot of information listed below the video, and then we have documents that you can review. And the pictures that are part of that are from our deck. Thank you for checking it out. Thanks, everybody. Okay, do we have any more questions about my water brand, about investing, being an angel investor, about your company or your offer, YouTube, anything? You have me right here. People pay thousands of dollars to have calls and stuff. So take this opportunity and run with it. Run, run, run. I have a question. Ask it. Yes. If you're just joining me, especially on, both people are joining on both. I'm on Instagram here and I'm on YouTube here. And I want to say thank you for being part of this and participating. If you are in Arlan's All Access and you don't see someone has posted in the last 20 minutes or so that I'm doing a live, please post that I'm doing a live. I'll delete those later so we don't crank it up. Is your revenue playbook available as an ebook? It is literally available for that right now, because we're out of the physical books for a few days. So go to arlansrevenueplaybook.com. You can buy the ebook for $4. It's normally $27. You also get the audio version when you get that ebook as my special bonus for you. And then you have options for other stuff. arlansrevenueplaybook.com. I've got your audiobook and I'm thrilled. I'm grateful for your generosity, Arlan. You give me hope. Thank you from Ontario. Thank you, Muriel. I appreciate it. Okay, so try to refresh the page on that website and you should see a $4 ebook if you refresh arlansrevenueplaybook.com. If you're not seeing it still, try it on a different device. If you're on your laptop, try it on your phone and vice versa. Victor, I have a newsletter business, which is also part of a related app. It is growing fast, and I want to figure out the best way to capitalize on that growth and hyper energize it. Okay, go ahead and ask me the follow-up question to that, because you're telling me a statement. Just ask me what you really want to dial in on the question, because I want to figure out the best way to capitalize on that growth and hyper energize it. I'll answer it as soon as you tell me. How many people here have their own company? put it in the chat. Do you have your own company? If you do, let me know what it is, what you do for your company. What's it called? What you do. Okay. What does that do, Jay Civil? Okay, Victor, I'm trying not to self promote, but I will tell you the details and just understand that it's all coming out of if that's okay with you. Just I think in this kind of circumstance where I'm like with a lot of different questions and a lot of people, if you give me like one sentence question, that would be like the best. And then I'll try to do the best I can. Because I can't do a full consulting here, but I can if you just ask me one question, I can give you a little bit of like a start to info. Any other questions? The Queen. Hey, thank you. Okay, Procurement Queen says, I connect business owners to government contracts. That's right. That's right. That's great. Talk a little bit more about your customers and what they're up to. I am Jay Civil says, I'm starting a business soon because of me. What? Tell me about that. Say more. Say more. I'm going back and forth. If you see me like darting over, it's because I'm doing two different lives. Victor, what is the best way to get in front of a large audience of my niche customer, which is content creators? Well, if your niche customer is content creators, it stands to reason they're going to be on YouTube, right? They're not maybe not all of them, but they're going to be on a platform like a YouTube, like Instagram, like LinkedIn. So you're going to choose one of those. My suggestion is YouTube. You create content for them. It's almost like when sometimes bars will have special parties for their like for other bartenders and staff around New Year's Eve and Christmas because all these bartenders and staff are working on New Year's Eve. So where do they go to party and when do they get to party? So they will have other days that are just for industry people only. If you think about it like that and you think about other content creators are like the industry staff, make content that they would understand above all the noise that would be helpful to them when they have the skills and the resources to make content. What do they still need? What are they lacking? And that can come from maybe interviewing some people that you've already worked with and asking them this question, surveying them, or it can just come from the questions that you see on uh, other people who you want to be like on their comments. Like go to their comments. This is for everybody, by the way. Go to their comments and see what people are asking on their comments, and then create content that answers those questions. But I would say YouTube, without knowing so much, because I asked you not to send me a bunch. I don't know a lot, but I would say if you made some really targeted content, not trying to go viral, but trying to reach 100 content creators on YouTube, and you gave them something that they're not used to seeing because they just can see it all, that would be the play. And then had a call to action for them. Hey, get in touch with me. Here's my Calendly. Here's a way we can set up a call if you want more. Or here's that course that you can just grab or whatever you're offering. Or here, sign up to my newsletter. And that's even better because you're saying sign up to my newsletter where I'll give you tips and tricks every single week. And then through that, you're nurturing them through to conversations. C. Norris, what are some of the biggest exits from early investments you made with Backstage that are you most proud of? Well, I think I'm proud of a lot of things, not just exits. We've had some exits. We haven't had enough, in my opinion, because we've been through quite the ringer. But I would say it's not an exit yet, but it's one of those things where I'm almost certain there will be a big exit, which is a company called Akash Systems. We invested in them in 2017, $25,000. It's what we had. We went on to invest um, uh, $1 million into them in 2020. And we've also helped them every single year. And I work with their CEO on a monthly basis. When I first met them, they didn't have a round of funding. They had a couple of investors involved, and they wouldn't put their picture on their own website because they thought that it might detract customers from buying their very large scale satellite coolers and things that they have that are high tech that go into space. I thought that was heartbreaking. I was pissed about it. I invested. We invested. Today, we've been through so much, so many ups and downs building something this big, which is they have a system that cools objects in space, and now objects that like chips for AI physically cools it faster and colder than any other material on Earth. You see where I'm going with this? Like it's very cool. No pun. Oh God, I'm a nerd. Okay. So now they're doing $100 million deals, and we put $1 million in 2020, and that was a good idea. That was a really good idea. So that's one. We have multiple others, 200 investments, multiple. Curl Mix is one. They've done an incredible job. I love what they've done with crowdfunding, like we're doing with this water brand. They've done so much with crowdfunding and really taken it to another level with a fraction of the amount of money that most people have at that level. And yeah, there's just so many more. Thanks for asking. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything over here on Instagram. Everybody's joining. Hey, it's great to see you. I have an event due to Arlan's event blueprint next Thursday. Oh, thank you. Arlan's event blueprint. So I have an event blueprint. I call it networking blueprint now. And it's a free membership where I teach you how to network and how to build your network. And this person is saying that they have an event that they're doing because of that next Thursday. I can't wait to see those pictures. I cannot wait to see those pictures. Thank you. Someone's starting a business because of something they learned from me. Oh, this is really sweet. This is really sweet. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's see here. Vicky G, thank you for investing. Thank you for investing. If you're already an investor, thank you so much for doing so. Oh, a lot of questions. You inspired me. Allie says you inspired me to post more on YouTube. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. I'm so happy that you're doing that. That's only going to work for you. The more you post on YouTube, this free service, the more benefit it will give you. That's just what I know. Victor says, when I gave him the advice, he said, that's a good idea. I'm actually already doing that, so I guess I'm on the right track. Yeah, that's what I would tell you to do. Just dial in. Whatever's working for you, just hone in on that. I relate so much to you, Arlan. You're an angel that just came into my life and gave me so much hope. Being in the hardest time of my life, I don't have all the answers yet, but your story gives me hope. Thank you. You got this. You got this. Mrs. Day All Day. My business is Denise Day Consulting, assisting women over 40 in areas of faith, fitness, finances, business, and relationships. Excited about bump sales that I learned from you. Yes, the bump sale. I taught that in my video from earlier this week on YouTube. I have a passion, women's sports. I would like to launch a YouTube channel talking about this, the athletes, mental health, inclusivity, and equity in women's sports. Here's my question, and I'm waiting for the question. Okay. And then there's a second person that's saying, should I create a bump sale buttons on 2 separate pages? No, but put it on one page. Put it on one page and just send everybody you possibly can to that one page. If you don't know what a bump sale is, go to my YouTube channel and look up the video that has the title. Oh, what's the title of it? What is it? Use this dynamic pricing model and make $1,000 in 48 hours from March 13th. And there's a thumbnail of a $0 to $1,000. So again, if you are curious about what we're talking about when I say bump sale, go to my YouTube channel, which is at itsaboutdamntime.com, that somebody's going to put into both of these chats. Itsaboutdamntime.com. Please put it in the chat. You're then going to find a video that I did on March 13th this week that says last week, use this dynamic pricing model and make $1,000 in 48 hours. Enhanced. I skipped yours. Where is yours? Wilderness, entertainment, community service, and products is what my brand company is cooking in the wild. Linktree. Okay, thank you. You skipped. Okay, thanks. All right, now I'll make sure I didn't skip any more. Okay, great. So everybody here is invested now in the water brand. Is that true? Is everybody here invested in the water brand that's seeing me right now live? If you're not, go to the link in the pin post or link in the pin post and check it out. Okay, so you're waiting to see is a 6-minute pitch video, and some people are waiting to watch that before they invest. Got it. I want to finish your water pitch video, but I want to ask you something. Are you working with a broker and Sprouts Farmers Market loves unique brands like yours? We are talking to brokers. Good question. We are talking to brokers, and we would love to be in Sprouts. I love Sprouts. I'm here in LA. Would love to be in Sprouts Farmers Market. So we'll definitely work on that. Okay. Any more questions before I head out? I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to go rest my voice, watch a little YouTube, study a little bit. That's what I do after my calls is I go and I study. Okay. I ordered your book last week. Excited about receiving my hard copy, or should I be looking to download an ebook? So there's two things happening. You will get the hard copy for sure, or the paperback, but you also would have received 3 or 4 emails as soon as you paid for it. 2 emails are receipts, and 2 emails give you access to anything else you had. So look for an email that has do the keyword search in your email for the word playbook, so that you can get that ebook and audiobook that I sent you. Will there be a replay? Probably. I always say that in case there's any technical issues, but probably will be. Okay, Tara Atara says, as a small investor in Arlan's water, $100, what could I expect to gain after it goes super well? This is a great question. So this is with the caveat that it could go to 0, meaning it could not make it past 3 years. Okay, we all agree on that. But what Tara is asking is, what can I expect if it does go well? So right now, if you want to bring out your calculators or anything, it is at a $14.4 million cap, which is a fancier way of saying that it is perceived to have a valuation of $14.4 million in the future. So you take 100 million. So you take $100, type the number 100 into your calculator, divide that by 14.4 million. Then push the multiplication sign and multiply that by $100 million. And whatever amount that is, which is, another way of doing it is to take 100 and divide it by 14.4. But whatever that number is, I think that's like 7x, maybe 6.5x. 7x? Yeah, 7x, because that's 98. So 7x. So if you put 100 in and we sell for 100 million in a few years, you'll make 7x the amount if you don't get diluted in the middle of that. If we sell for $1 billion, you would get 70x, not counting for any kind of dilution. Poppy is a popular performance soda that was started that launched in 2018 out of Dallas. A couple started it. They were just announced yesterday that PepsiCo is buying them for nearly $2 billion. So that would be 140x return on what we did here. I'm not saying that this will be purchased for $2 billion. It could be purchased for 100 million. It could be purchased for 30 million. It could not get purchased for 10 years. It could go under in a year. There are a lot of different options for it, but you asked very specifically, if it goes well, what do I get? You get the multiple of whatever the gone well is. So if it gets purchased for $50 million or $200 million, I believe it can be a $100 million plus company. I was saying, I believe it can be a $100 million plus company. I believe that with all my heart. I'm not promising that or guaranteeing that. I'm just saying that's what I believe. And that's what I'm working towards. So my goal is to at least 10x your investment. I can't tell you if that's going to happen. It could go to zero. Does that make sense? Yes, you've scheduled a call with my team for something else. Awesome. Okay. Miss Jones says, what are you saying when you say X, like 7X? When I say X, I think this is your question. I mean times. So if I say something is 5X, that means it's 5 times the number. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? Is that making sense? So you would never, I've said this multiple times today, but you would never put your money into one investment and hope that it makes you rich. That's like the worst possible thing you could do ever in investing, ever, ever. I've said it multiple times. Diversify, diversify, diversify. I'm looking for your question. Did I not get it, Sybil? Can you re-ask it? Because I can't find it. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. Go ahead and re-ask it. Happy to look for it. Understood. Good, good, good. Ash B wants to know, do you have any advice for anyone launching their product next month? I don't know anything about the product whatsoever or you, but I would just say give it some time, be really intentional. The more time you spend preparing for it, and I don't mean time like dragging it out and being a procrastinator, but the more effort you put into the launch, the lower effort you have to put into fixing on the other side of it. It's the same with videos. The more you prep a video, the less you have to worry about the maintenance on the other side of it. So that's what I would say with the limited information that I have. I'm going to go pretty soon. I'm going to have lunch. How can I transform this passion and project of mine in a business? Thank you for the patience and for your feedback. I have so many videos about this on my Instagram, on my YouTube. Go to itsaboutdamntime.com. You are already on my YouTube. This person asking here is already on my YouTube. Go into my playlists. The playlists are so helpful because they have themes. So almost anything you're asking about, there's a themed, and then there's like a answer to it. I've seen your other questions, but again, it's a little much for now. You see what I'm saying? Like you're wanting me to look at like a very detailed 5-part question. That's a consultation. So it's not oops, I haven't seen it. It's oops, I don't want to answer it right now. It's oops, it's a longer conversation, and I have I don't know, hundreds of hours, if not more, of answers for you. Yeah, and they're on YouTube. They're on YouTube. So once you watch a few of those videos, then you can come back and say, oh, okay, I've seen this. What do you think of this, right? You can be more precise with the question. Okay, cool. I look forward to it as well. Okay. All right. If no one has any other questions, I'm going to head out. Before I do, I want you to go to the pinned comment for here. Click it before I close these out so you have them on your device. Go watch that 6-minute video that's on that page. Look through the materials and join as an investor for as little as $100. Thank you, Total Purpose, for investing. I really appreciate you. Thank you to whoever is going to invest when we get off of this call, because I know some of you are saying in the comments that you're waiting to watch the video before you invest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone's saying wait. Okay, I'm waiting. Type. Thank you so much for being on this call with me. When will you get back on live? I just got on. Oh, Well, yeah, I need to go take a break and chill a little bit. I've been on for like 70 minutes, and this is the third time I've been on today. What's the YouTube channel called? It's called Arlan's Your First Million. I have 138,000 subscribers. You can reach it at itsaboutdamntime.com. Itsaboutdamntime.com. That's how you can get to my YouTube channel. I just made it an easy URL. You have 18,000 subscribers. That's amazing. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to try to get back on later today, but I've really enjoyed this. I'm trying to reach $50,000 invested by tonight. And where are we right now? Let me just tell you this real quick. Where are we right now? We are at $23,533. And I'm trying to get to $50,000 tonight, by tonight. So that means go now. If you're seeing this and you have not invested, throw in your investment. Check out which one you want to do, see if there's anything that's interesting to you there, and join and become an angel investor, either for the first time or for the 10th time, Help me get to 50,000. That's going to be so amazing. Thank you. I will put this video up. This is the third time I'm doing this, so I will put this video up and check it out. How much time do we have to invest in the water? You have until the end of the month, but I'm trying to reach 50,000 by tonight. So it would be amazing if you did it now. Oh, thank you. I was deeply saddened to learn about the injustice you face with Patreon. My heart goes out to you. Thank you. I don't feel sad about it. I feel pissed about it. So I don't feel like a victim. I feel like a justice warrior. And there are really some more important things in life, but I'm pissed at what Patreon did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at my video on itsaboutdamntime.com where you can see the thumbnail from this week and you can check out all of that drama. It's interesting. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. It's been really, really awesome. I love talking to you. I love your questions. They're so, so thoughtful and so educated. Thank you. See you later.